I see a lot of posts on social media, especially X, but elsewhere as well, about Christian nationalism. And there's a lot of people calling for Christian nationalism. And I hate to say this as a Canadian, but most of it's American. And I think that has to do with a part of American history and some of the religious connections that are there, but that's besides the point. I want to ask a really important question about Christian nationalism, and that is what makes Christian nationalism Christian? I think that's a fair question to ask what makes Christian nationalism Christian. And people who are proponents of Christian nationalism might shake their head at that, like, isn't it obvious? It's applying biblical values to society and enforcing that. And so, a number of the things that go along with Christian nationalism. Now, I do realize that there's not just one monolithic Christian nationalism. There are lots of differences within it. But some of the things that come about is a focus on applying some of the Old Testament criminal law to society. And some of them are calling for increased capital punishment and going beyond murder, applying that to some of the other capital crimes in the Old Testament. It's not clear which ones exactly. I've seen some people wanting to do that for adultery. But do we do that for Sabbath breaking? Like, where's the line? But that's besides the point. There's lots of things that they are arguing about here, of being imposing basically some idea of what Christianity, or Christendom more accurately, should look like. And it looks a lot like 1950s, or at least an idealistic 1950s American society, if we can only get to that. So regarding gender roles, taking the vote away from women, and all kinds of other things. But what makes that Christian? Shouldn't Christian have something to do with Jesus? And when I look at Christian nationalism, I see almost nothing connected to the teachings of Jesus. Yes, they can find biblical passages that they can use to support different things, but that is not necessarily the same thing as Christian. So I really have a lot of questions about Christian nationalism.